Patriotic Prepper here.
What's up, guys?
Today we wanted to talk a little bit about the usefulness of two-way radios in all scenarios. In a grid down scenario, we use them for running around at the camp. Sure. There's a lot to two-way radios. There's different bands, all kinds of different. Some you have to have a license for, some you don't.
Yeah. Breaker 19er, your landing gear is down.
Around the camp, these radios, and they're Midland X-Talker radios, and they're pretty good. They're FMRS band, which is just what most of your two-way radios are nowadays, walkie-talkies anyway. You don't have to have any kind of license for these, and these work pretty well.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
These are about $65 or something for a pack of two. But you can charge them with USB, right?
Right, yeah, USB. Mm-hmm. So that will go with the solar battery pack or anything like that.
Right.
So even if grid down situation, like you said, you can charge those and have them handy.
Right. The little solar charger we showed you guys on our last video charges these great. You can have 6 or 8 of them. Yeah. And even in the city, we talk, 2 miles away on these?
Yeah, I live about 2.5 miles away, and we were talking just fine from my house to his.
Yeah, and that's in the city. So naturally, if you're in areas that's very mountainous or has a lot of high buildings, things that can be in the way, then you won't get as far. But out on the open ground, these things are capable of talking 10 miles away. Yeah. But there's no license for these. These are very easy to use, easy to charge. And when you don't have a cell phone and you're out in the woods, like at our property, they're great because you can go out to the hunt or whatever and still be in touch with the cabin.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, like I said, these are FMRS band radios, which don't require a license. You have CB, which everybody knows the old CB, Breaker 19. You have VHF radios, which a lot of boat people use. VHF is good over water, over places that don't have a lot of interference from buildings and such. You have GMRS radios is the next bands that people use. Now those you got to have a license for. And it's not a big deal license. It's not like a ham radio license. That license, all you got to do is buy it one time. Once you purchase it, it's like $79, I think it is. I could be wrong.
That one-time fee?
One-time fee. And that covers everybody in your immediate household. Now those radios will talk pretty far. Once again, depending on the terrain. Sure, off just a little bit on those. You can pick up fire departments, police radios on them, stuff like that. I mean, a lot of that stuff's moving now to computer and digital stuff. But anyway, GMRS is great if you want to get a little more complicated and a little bit more reach out and touch each other. And you don't mind paying the little one-time fee to get your license.
That's not that bad.
Every now and then you have to identify yourself when you're talking on it. You know, there are a little bit of rules around that because it's a more powerful radio. It puts out a little farther. Then you have MERS, which is pretty much it's a non-licensed, but it's kind of like VHF. They're not as popular today. I don't know really why. I'm not an expert on these. I just know a little bit from using them. But then you have ham radio, which ham radio you really have to have a big license for. You have to go to school pretty much too. And you can talk around the world on ham radios. So a lot of people that are really big preppers, some of them might be ham radio operators. We even have a handheld ham radio. They have quite a few of them. That are handheld. Of course, you can't talk as far on the handhelds, but in some of those, I think even GMRS have repeaters. So what that means is when you're talking, it'll go out and go to a tower, and then that tower will pick it up and send it even farther.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
So it's a repeater. Some of these radios have repeater capability. You're not going to get that with these kind of radios, but with GMRS, ham, all that kind of stuff, you can do that. Go to repeater stations, which throw it even farther. If you're into prepping and you don't know, a lot about them. You know, there's a lot of videos on YouTube you can watch that teach you about them. But just having radio capability is awesome for preppers.
Yeah. Just these are cool.
Right.
You know, if something happens, I can pick mine up at my house and talk to you.
Right.
You know, 2 miles away. So that's pretty cool.
These do pretty good for.
I think so.
You know, FMRS is a pretty good band. They have multiple channels, so if you can switch channels over if somebody's on one. Way to communicate in a grid down situation.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I think so. I think all preppers should have at least this and maybe more, you know, because
it'd be good to have one for everybody.
Well, yeah.
You know, in case you got to splinter out and do different things, everybody could have something on them.
Oh yeah, at least this band you can charge them with solar. I mean, so that gives you a way to, you know, you're not going to run out of battery or power because you've got the sun.
That's a big thing.
As long as you have sun, you can talk on your radio.
Yeah. So. If you don't have one, get one. You're going to need it.
Check them out. Midland makes good radios, quality radios, and you know, they have them from all price brackets, you know, what you can afford, and having them on hand may save your behind someday.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, just to bring it up, they have these little, for an earpiece, you just plug it in and it can run so nobody else can hear. So it's not on the loudspeaker.
Right.
I think that's pretty cool. And if you do have a pair of these, why don't you comment down below, let us know what kind you have.
Right.
And if they're decent, you know, that way other people can see the comments too, or if they ain't worth it.
Yeah.
Let us know. So down below, I would appreciate that.
We might even be, we might even have some of these that people can get pretty soon.
You don't say.
Maybe.
What? Come on.
Something of that nature. We appreciate you guys' time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
New subscribers, thank you.
Thank you,
Before you leave, make sure you hit that thumbs up if you like the video.
Yep. And
as always,
God bless.